but she must have been wearing something and entering Shannon Sharpe
Oh, come
for
on.
$23 million. She had if for $23 million. If that's what it took for the tape to go away, that's the kind of material that has to be on that tape. That 23, she may be the new GOAT. We may put her in the Michael
Yeah.
Jordan GOAT
Yeah.
debate. Her 23 versus his 20.
Give her a Mike jersey. Jason Whitlock talks about Shannon Sharpe's lawsuit settlement. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Speaking of sugar babies, there's a report by the Daily Loud that Shannon Sharpe paid $23 million to Gabby Zuniga.
Crazy.
20 again. You got to remember, she turned down 10 million, and so it makes me think, Steve, whatever's on that tape, it ain't good. Whatever's on that tape, it's 10 times worse than what you think. And for those of you that have, if you listen, watch the show with your kid, to push your kid away, because what I'm about to say, it's just factual. It's not intentionally profane. But she must have been wearing something and entering Shannon Sharpe for $23 million. She had for $23 million. If that's what it took for the tape to go away, that's the kind of material that has to be on that tape.
Yeah, something going on. I believe that tape put Shannon Sharpe in a bad light. Like, if that tape were to get leaked, maybe it would have completely been a wrap for him being a part of, corporate media, the ESPNs, the Fox, or whomever that may want to sign him, deals, sponsorships. If that tape got out or gets leaked, I think it's a wrap for Shannon Sharpe. So I don't know what type of position Shannon Sharpe was in on that tape, but whatever it is, it probably made him look terrible, made him look crazy. So hopefully that tape never sees the light of day, because that could be it for Shannon Sharpe. He can't take any more L's for the remainder of his career, remainder of his life, because he was on the right path for huge success in media space. He was right there. The Cat Williams interview, and then multiple interviews following up with that. Then he got the ESPN Disney gig. So he was on top of the media world, and, one little chick at the gym destroyed him. Allegedly $23 million payout. Shannon Sharpe dropped the ball. He's simping out there.
$23 million. That is a heck of a cap hit.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this to Shamar Stewart, who's, I think, the lone first-round draft choice not signed. Shamar, you may want to get that lawyer to be your agent. That guy knows what he's doing. I just wonder if she's on the Bobby Bonilla plan. Is she going to be getting payments till 2054?
Most likely.
But they say that nothing in life is free. That right there was the most unfree, not free thing of all time. Wow. 23 million. I hope it was good.
Yeah, it was crazy. You got to think about it. Shannon Sharpe made, $22 million in his career? And then he allegedly had to pay her out $23 million. So that just lets you know the success Shannon Sharpe was having post NFL career. When he originally joined CBS, then he went to Fox, and then he went to ESPN, and then had his own platforms, Club Shay Shay and Nightcap. So he's been running up a lot of bags. For him to offer her $10 million to put this away before it went to trial and hit the public, and then for her to be like, nah, we don't want that, we want 50. Tony Busby, he gonna aim for the stars. So Tony Busby, with them getting involved, like, nah, decline that 10, let's go for 50. And then you probably settle for a 20 or 25. So that's where it's at with Shannon Sharpe. He's definitely going to have her on a payment plan. I don't think he can fork up, 20 plus million at one time, but maybe the course of, 20 years, maybe a couple $100,000 per year, maybe $1 million per year. Whatever big money he touches, it's going to touch her hand first, and then he going to get the crumbs. Shannon Sharpe is a fool, and he crashed out and lost his career.
It was good.
It's never that good.
I can't.
I can't. Do you buy the $23 million total? I mean, does he have $23 million? Has Club Shay Shay been that profitable? $23 million? Holy.
Again, the terms matter. Was it a lump sum, or is she doing the Bobby Bonilla? Is she going to be collecting $500,000 for 46 years? I mean, again, you got to read the fine print. Got to read between the lines. You got to see what the terms and conditions are. But wow, 23 million. That's a staggering amount. But again, has that really been absolutely proven? That's what he's given up. That's a big check. That's
Yeah, it's still alleged. We don't know if it's 20 million, 25. I've heard things of maybe 3 million. So whatever the case may be, it sucks for Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, he got finessed, but he put himself in a bad situation. Now, if he does have to fork up that amount of money, is she on a payment plan? If, something happened with Shannon Sharpe, is her name going to be on the estate? So it's going to be a lot of money that got to touch her hands before this thing gets fully paid out. So hopefully if you're Shannon Sharpe, maybe it's between $1 million and $3 million. But just with them settling and, go ahead and closing this case out, I don't think Tony Busby going, shoot for 50 and then get $1 million or $2 million. So I definitely believe it's 10 plus million, only because he was originally going to pay her 10 million for this whole thing, not to see the light of day. So again, Shannon Sharpe dropped the ball.
a big check. Jeez.
That 23, she may be the new GOAT. We may put her in the Michael Jordan GOAT debate. Her 23 versus his 20.
Give her a Mike jersey.
It's Bill Belichick. His football players were asked about whether his relationship with Jordan Hudson would be a distraction for the team, and they universally said, not a distraction at all. No one cares. This is no big deal. A 73-year-old man and a 24-year-old college student or a sorority girl, no one cares. It's not a big deal. And plus, she came over to my house last night for a party anyway. I'm sorry. Do you buy that? Do you buy that it's not a distraction?
Yeah, I believe it's a distraction. If you're Bill Belichick, he's another simp. He was cool when he was in the NFL. All of a sudden, he started dealing with this chick. Now she got him, talking how she wanted him to talk in interviews. How did you meet? She'll cut him off. So by him being, 72, 73, being up there in age, her not even being 30 yet, she definitely running off with that check. So if you're Bill Belichick, man, make sure your money is guarded, because anything happens to you, she gonna win the lottery, bro.
Couple of things, Jason. It's already clear that the Tar Heels are now doing the Patriot way. I'm surprised none of them blurted out, well, you want to talk football, we're moving on to TCU. We'll talk about TCU. That's our focus, Labor Day night, TCU. Jason, if you would have asked me that question 3 months ago when you and I talked about it at length, several shows, I would have said no way. But to be fair and accurate, I haven't seen Miss Hudson around. We haven't even talked about her. There's been no reports of her being around the practice facility. She's not setting up the cones on the practice field. All of those stories have died. I think right now that they are looking forward to TCU. So I tend to believe them. And look, these players are concerned about one thing, two things really. Their NIL, and can I play well enough to get to the National Football League? So yes, I tend to believe them at this particular moment. Now, first road game of the year with those student sections with the cutouts of Jordan Hudson in her bikini, and they're going to be making all these memes and blowing them up. It'll be on their mind then. But again, at this point, I believe it is about football.
I agree with you, and you raise a good point that I hadn't thought of. She has kind of disappeared. He's got her on the back burner. Yeah. He's got her in the right sugar baby role. So hats off to
not
Bill
seen
Belichick.
Or heard. That's the role.
Yeah, hopefully Jordan stays out the way. Let Bill do his thing. This is new for him, being in the college ranks. Had a great NFL coaching career. Probably the best coach in NFL history. So you don't really want to end his coaching career like this, being a joke, having this young chick control him. So hopefully she stays in her place. And as far as Shannon Sharpe, man, no more L's, bro. Very talented in the media space. You have your own platforms, but if you're losing brand deals and sponsorships, you're pretty much in the same position as me, just trying to hustle it up and get that YouTube check. So again, hopefully Shannon Sharpe learned his lesson. There are going to be other accusers out there that are going to file lawsuits and have a lot of allegations toward him. Believe he has a $14 million alleged lawsuit pending with the whole Michelle chick, allegedly, and they can't destroy the tapes with this previous accuser that he paid out allegedly $23 million. So just with that hanging over Shannon Sharpe's head, don't know what's going to happen with ESPN and First Take, but hopefully he can get that gig back because he got a lot of money to pay this chick off. So we'll see what happens moving forward with Shannon Sharpe.